With the competitive landscape at the high school basketball, both boys and girls, and the increasing difficulty for athletes to get recruited or even athletes being overlooked, one of the hardest decisions that a high school athlete and their family has to make is picking the right AAU program. And in this video, we're going to offer 5 tips to help an athlete in this process. The first one is look at the success of the program, both sponsored sneaker teams and non-sponsored teams. Look at the success of them placing athletes to the collegiate level, from the Division I to the Division III or even JUCO. Look at the success that they've had. I would also look at from the 16U, which is your sophomore year, 17's junior. You'll see a lot of seniors this year playing AAU because they're not getting recruited where they want to go, or they're going to be coming back and playing AAU, possibly trying to get something else if they have offers. You really need to study the success over those groups. And that's one of the main things that we tried to tell our athletes. If these sponsor teams, most of them have anywhere more than 4 to 5 Division I players on each team. So if they have a 17U, they have a 16U, 15U, and their 8th grade team, if I'm a college coach, I am going to want to have relationships with all of these grassroots programs, the sponsored ones. And from last year going to all these events and sneaker to non-sneaker events, you'll see it. And there's so many different athletes ranging from high major all the way down to D2, but they're putting athletes into college. The next one is what events will your program be going into? With the sponsored teams, now that they have Nike EYBL, they made a second division, which is the EYCL. You have UA has 2 divisions. Adidas has 2 divisions. New Balance now went to Puma, so Puma is having a sneaker circuit. And what I noticed last year, going to all the different sneaker events, college coaches are going to these events. I don't know about the first live period. Last year there was not that many college coaches, but now moving the live period back, college coaches are going to. So the non-sneaker, non-sponsored teams, parents, you need to know what events they are playing in, because you do not want to be going to some of these events where there's not that many college coaches. You will not be getting any notice. You'll be wasting your time going to some of these events. Coming from the Northeast, the Hoop Group ran great events for years. They're still running great events. Marquee Hoops was another great event that we went into 2 years ago when I was coaching for non-sneaker team. And down here on the radar, they run a lot of good events. And there's event companies that have high-level events across the country, Midwest, even on the West Coast. So understand what events they will be going into. The next one that I see so many athletes picking the wrong team is understand what the roster is and the playing style. Last year, during this process, we were helping a few athletes, and they wanted to play on one sneaker team. Not the same one, but they really got asked to play. But on that team, they had 6 players that are already starting, and they were getting limited minutes. So rather than, say, playing on a Nike EYBL team, go play on a team possibly where you can play at. Maybe it's Under Armour, Adidas, or if you're on a good Under Armour team, maybe it's going to an Adidas or Nike team, Puma team, whatever it is, or even these non-sneaker teams can also get you recruited. Your 15U year, I recommend all of our athletes, rather than playing 5 to say 10 minutes a game or 8 minutes a game or 8 to 12, go somewhere where you can play at least 20 minutes in an AAU game. And it's going to just help you with your game. You're going to improve a lot. And your sophomore year, then possibly go look for other AAU teams if your team's not at the level and if you want to explore high-level different AAU teams. This is one of the hardest decisions for parents. Understanding roster, understanding playing time that they would get, and I understand playing time is earned, but this is one of the toughest things that it's hard for parents, because sometimes they believe sneaker circuit, and at the end of the day, you can possibly get more, possibly, playing on a high-level non-circuit team. And the next one that's very important is coaching. Who is coaching this team? Is this coach have had success helping athletes get to the next level? What's his playing style? What type of athletes does he have? One thing, does he have a son on the team or a daughter? What's his background? You got to really look at this, because think about this. If a coach, especially your 16, 17s, obviously even senior year, most of these guys will be playing, and girls, you need to know who's coaching, because this is the most important part for your recruitment as a high school basketball player. And someone that has had success, someone that is going to prepare these athletes to get to the next level, it's important. Over the years, so many years that I've coached from non-circuit to high level, a sneaker team, there were so many great coaches. A lot of great coaches that are now playing at the collegiate, coaching at the collegiate level, from assistant coaches to even head, that had their teams prepared, had them playing at a high level. And you can tell when you're playing against a good team. And you can tell that when you have a good coach, parents. It's pretty simple, very organized, practice ran well. But the one thing that I feel like a lot of parents think that these coaches and these AAU programs are going to just develop and get my athlete to the next level. Yes, some of us do develop. Some of us do prepare our athletes. But the athletes need to put that extra work in themselves. The fifth one that I tell all our athletes and families, talk to players that have played in this program. Talk to the alumni. Talk to maybe some other parents that have been with this program. And you can kind of really get a gauge on if they like it, maybe even past players, alumni. Talk about, that is very important. I see athletes through the years that the same product they put out 2 years ago, a lot of athletes weren't getting recruited. It was a mess. The process stunk. No, they weren't playing in any events that were great. There was just bad energy on the team. Rather than doing your homework or asking the alumni, former or present players, they just go on that team. But do this and it can help you in your process. And the bonus tip is this. If you don't like the players or the program that you're playing with, these next 3 to 4 months are gonna suck. You're gonna hate going to all these weekend events. You're gonna hate going to these camps. Some people say, stick it out, tough it out. But this can help you get recruited, as well as you need to be locked in. You want to be around some of these guys. And I understand, everyone does have an agenda when they're playing at the high level AAU team, non-circuit, circuit, especially 16, 17s, because everybody's fighting for what? A scholarship. Everybody's wanting to play at the college level, from D1 to D3 to JUCO. See if, come around the team, look at the team, look at the players, look at how the coach interacts. Parents, maybe look at the different families, right? And really study that. And that can be one of the key things to help you. And these next 3 to 4 months, if you're putting the extra work in, if your mindset's there, if you're ready to perform at a high level, picking the right program, you will be able to jumpstart possibly your recruitment or start getting recruited more. Because if anyone's telling you that if you're a high school basketball player, that AAU, it is important. Picking the right program is very, very important for your athletes and their recruitment process and athletic journey. If you're struggling with your recruitment process and feeling like you're being overlooked and under-recruited, please click the link below. We would love to help you and get you to the next level.